Hey guys, it's Masterfeja here. It's like super late at my house right now, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit quiet with this first deck unboxing, this first booster box unboxing. Oh god, I've already messed up. Anyway, guys, yeah, I'm a little bit late to the show. As always, it always seems like I'm out at work when new sets and stuff come out, but I just went over to teacher's house and I picked up my 2 boxes of the Time Spinning Witch, but I gotta go off to work again, so I was thinking, you know, just as a little fun thing, I was gonna open up one of the boxes and then open up the second one when I get back from work, probably later in March. I mean, who knows? Well, maybe I won't even post this recording until later in March, so maybe I'll post both at the same time. I guess we'll see when you guys see it. So, as a little bit of backstory, our local shop, I think the supplier brought in 1 crate. I think it's called a crate. I'm gonna call it crate. I'm probably wrong. But he brought in 1 crate of the boxes of boosters, right? I don't know how many boxes are in a crate or whatever, but apparently, according to Dayman, the statistics are that you get 1 legitimate Uber per crate. Or sorry, per every 5 crate, and nowhere was saying that if you have one of the crates that has a god pack in it, so that's where you get either all the rares or all the super rares in full art in 1 pack. That means that you're not going to get the Uber in that crate, or is it that box? I can't remember. My brain's a little muddled. But apparently, according to all the guys that are locals and the boxes that Dayman, Nowhere, and Teacher bought, nobody's pulled a legitimate Uber. And let me clarify what I mean by legitimate, and I'm definitely using air quotes off camera when I say that, because as I'm sure all of you dudes and dudettes know by this point, if you were participating in your local's pre-release events and all that, you know that the pre-releases, they're almost like per box promo or whatever, are Ubers of the pre-built deck versions of this block's 5 main rulers: Kirik, Shayla, Rhea, Gill, and what was the last one? Darkness is Rhea, Kirik is Fire, Light, that's what I'm missing. Who is Light? Oh right, Tager's Pearl Shine or whatever. So if you just like the dating sim promos that they had back in, I think it was Echoes of the New World, of all of the Vingolf rulers or whatever, the Vingolf ruler resonators. Anyway, so we haven't pulled an actual legitimate Uber, which is the variant versions of those rulers as Ubers yet. So there's a good chance that in one of these 2 boxes, if nobody got the god pack, I'll either get a god pack or I'll get an Uber. So, okay. Anyway, what is that, like almost 3 minutes of rambling? Let's get to it. The actual box. Nothing fancy. Oh, another kind of like aside, and I found this kind of a weird decision. Maybe it was just to cut costs, but if you guys look, the quality of the boxes that they have are back to the quality of Alice cluster. So I am not a fan of that. Mind you, I didn't like the like standing boxes that they had for Ancient Knights and Advent of the Demon King. I was always a really big fan of the nice hard flat boxes from back in Lapis Cluster, and I was really hoping that they would return to that, but they decided to choose the greater of all evils, which is this crappy, almost Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon style, like made for using in a shop kind of display box. So I don't know, maybe they're foreseeing something in the market where people are buying single boosters as opposed to boxes or something. I don't know. My big beef with it is that I wouldn't really be able to use it very well for storing cards, which is usually what I do. I use the boxes to store all my extras. But this is what the inside looks like. We've got our boosters on each side and in the middle. And then, of course, as has been tradition for every set in this block, we've got our 5 kind of generic dinky rulers and a bunch of stones, which I'll definitely have to open up later because I don't actually know what the stones are like for this one. Pack number 1. Ooh, also they've returned to the old kind of like non-papery, more like matte laminated Force promotion cards. So, okay, we've got Sherzade's Marionette. We've got Cleaning Doll, Panda Performer, Soul Returning Altar, which is a phenomenal card and definitely a card that I'm going to be adding to my Rhea build. We've got Leaf Reflector. We've got Gem Hammer. Oh, I've got a full art. Nice. Okay, definitely adding that to the Rhea deck. I'm actually going to put that to the side. I've got a Sword of Fate SR. I don't actually. Oh, it's a shift card. Nice. I'll put my SRs over here, and then I'll put my rares there. Thunder Wave and Thought Control. So we'll get those out of the way. That was pack number 1. Not bad. I actually don't know what Sword of Fate does, but I'll figure that out later. Pack number 2. Got my Force. I really am excited to see what they do as the Force rewards for this set, or for this block. We've got Blackwing Dinosaur, Giant Rabbit, Combat Loving Dragonoid, Witch's Shadow. Oh, I'm seeing a really nice looking full art. Oh, I got a full art Shooting Star. I know somebody's gonna want that one. I've got Jewel Aura. That's really weird. Like the card, because of the way that they did the border on it, it almost looks like a promo card. It doesn't look like a card that's just straight printed. I got Soaked Panda, obviously, full art SR Ultra Dragon Shooting Star, which I think is probably the best card in this set that I'm aware of so far. Put that with the SRs. Boop. My first rare, Story Speaker Eve. Put that right there. The Patrolling Guard, and an uncommon, the Jewel Princess. Ooh, actually this card kind of looked like it should be double-sided, but it isn't. Okay, that was pack number 2. Pack number 3. And either I'm getting really weak or I can't open these packs. Force promo. Okay, we got Fictitious Fire, White Sacred Beast. Ooh, Approaching the Truth. Phenomenal card. I'm psyched about that one. Knight of Despair, Thunder Call, Scarlet's Vision. Ooh, that's a really cool full art. Dark Elf, Gravekeeper. Dark Elf. Should have been a zombie too. That would have been sick. Oh, we got a rare Speaking Stone. Put that over here. We got Lauret's Deflection Magic. Really good card. Can't wait to use that. I might even put that into one of my Gill builds. And Dino Calling Demon. Very neat. Force of Will power card. We've got Twin Dragonclaw, Ferocious Attack, the Puppet's Last Days, Imul's Twisted Beast, Hollow Flame Shadow, which is a Cthulhu, and I'm super excited that Cthulhus are back looking like their Cthulhu-y selves. Enormous effigy. I gotta pay attention to these ones because I really want to get the alternate of this. Like, it's super good. Spirit of Mount Holy. Oh, another rare, Red Riding Hood. Oh, nice, and it's the flip one. Very good. That's the rare for the pack. Treachery. By the way, Ayu looks like she's aged a lot in this. Like, she looked kind of like a teenage girl in the Advent of the Demon King, and in this one she looks like a full-blown adult. Ooh, the Ancient Library. When this card enters the field, draw a card. Win chance you control, and you own everywhere gain spirit magic in addition to their own other subtypes. That is definitely going in a Gill deck. Okay. Okay, we've got Panda Performer, Kurosaurus, Mad Scalelapsodon, Relief Aid, Dark Knight of Conviction, which is also a shift card. Or it is shift, right? I still call it shift. No, it's inverse now, sorry. Shift was back in curse and before. Spirit of Mount Holy, Leaf Steward. Oh, that's really cool. That's a really cool full art. I like it. That's really snazzy. My rare in this one is Magic Stone of Despair. Though I got really excited when this deck was first revealed, but the one thing that kind of bothered me is the fact that it doesn't have the little blurb that most of the dual stones have that say this is both a light and a darkness stone. It's actually just, I guess, a generic stone with neither of the attributes, just the ability to produce both. So I was actually excited to put this into my Gill Alhama'At deck, but unfortunately it wouldn't get resonance, so it wouldn't really have a point. But still a cool card. So that's the rare. Then we've got Piggy's Child and Thought Control, which I totally thought was a magic card. Like, that sounds like the name of a magic card. We have Lonely Moon Were-Rabbit, Leaf Guardsman, Apprentice Martial Artist, Fictitious Fire, Cleaning Doll, Dr. Mermaid, a full art Apprentice Martial Artist. Then I've got the rare in this pack is the Heaven Sundering Dragon Palm. So that's a Kirik card. So I might as well put that right in the good old garbage because I do not play Kirik at all. Then there's Thunderwave. Oh, and then there's my boy, the Evil Jin. I remember seeing this dude being pulled at pre-release, and I don't know, it's like, I don't really care for the card too much in terms of its actual usefulness in play, but I love the design. Like, he just looks so evil, and like, I mean, he's just an evil, crazy genie. He's like Robin Williams, genie from Aladdin, but like on meth. That's the card. Then we've got Miscalculation. Having a little problem focusing here. We've got Domesticated Dragon. We've got Shayla's Adventure. Oh, another Approaching the Truth. Phenomenal card. We've got Magic Transforming Warrior. Another Dr. Mermaid. Oh, I got a Giga Thunderfish. Even back in Ancient Knights, I got a lot of Shayla cards full art, so I might have to get my hands on the actual Shayla ruler if Dayman or Teacher have extras and make one. But I don't know, the Oceanic cards always seem to have the coolest texture for the full arts. So that's an SR. We'll put that over here. We got, ooh, and I also got a rare. I got the Thunderstorm, so another Shayla rare. Oh, another one of Lorite's Deflection Magic. That should be good. I feel like he's going to be super useful in a bunch of different builds. And then my last one is Hole's Martial Arts Tournament, which actually, like, when you pull it off, is a really good card. Oh, this one's looking nice. Maybe I'll open them off camera just to make it easier to actually open them up. Oh, I'm seeing something full already. Fist something. Okay, it ends in fist. We have Giant Rabbit, Jewel Aura, Intervention of Reality. Ooh, that sounds really cool. It's got a bunch of different legends and stuff. Embrace of Darkness. Oh, I know that Nowhere is looking for these guys. I'll make sure to put this aside for him if he doesn't have a full playset yet. The Refuse Collector. He's working on making like just a continuous discard deck. We have Selection. Do you enjoy the selection? Oh, I got a full art of the I think that's Ale, the Flaming Fist. I'll put that over here. I think it's an SR. And then my rare is Heavenly Fruit, which I think is a ridiculously over-sexualized card, and the full art is no better, but I really like Nyarlathotep, so I will let that slide. Then there is Silent Mermaid, and the card that I want to throw directly into a Garburator called Last Days of a Powerless Dragonoid. I literally have like somber, like memorial music playing in my head every time I see this card, and I think of my Gill Alhama'At deck. It makes me so sad. Why did that card have to be a 1-drop? Why did that card have to be a 1-drop? Well, I'm already kind of working on a deck build that works around it, but it definitely slows down the efficiency of the deck that I've built otherwise. Alright, we have, in this pack, we have a Secluded Village Elf, Amul's Twisted Beast. Every time I see that, I want to say Amul's Twisted Sister. Magic Transforming Warrior. Ooh, another Soul Returning Altar. Put that aside. Spirit of Mount Hole. Selection. Ooh, a full art Evil Djinn. Very nice. I hate the fact that he's a spirit and not an evil spirit. Like, I mean, he's even got the name or the word evil in his name, but nope, he can't be an evil spirit. Couldn't give Welser more stuff to work with. Though technically, I think according to the storyline of this set, I think Welser gets killed. I can't remember by who. It's either by Inverse Lumia, because she seems to be killing everybody. Oh no, sorry, it's Rhea. It's freaking Rhea 0. 0 kills everybody. The rare in the pack is Thunderstorm. Put that over there. Then we have Treachery. And the card that couples with that Mount Hole Martial Arts Tournament or whatever, which is Hero's Bracelet. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about those just like super like nuclear bomb 1-drop cards that they put into the set. It's gonna, I'm definitely a little ticky about it just because it completely derails essentially all the Gill builds. And it slows them down having to play against those cards, which are 1-drops, which is ridiculously cheap. And yeah, anyway. Oh, and of course the Uber thing, but I'll talk about that later. So, Look of Despair. Stagehand Doll. Scarlet's Vision. Mad Scarlesodon, sorry. Relief Aid. Ooh, another Secluded Village Elf. Oh, and I got a full art of the one drop, or one of the two one drops that I absolutely detest, which is Evil Elemental Uprising, and this is the one that just absolutely destroys my Gill the Gifted Conjurer deck builds. So yeah, those two cards together are the bane of the existence of my favorite deck builds. Then, oh, I got another Lightning card, Lightning Cave this time for my rare. I've got Final Words. Oh, this is the card that I was just talking to you about with Rhea killing Welser. Destroy target J Resonator. Though, I mean, the only good thing about this card is that it's a quick cast. I would still use Erasure, the 4-drop, 1 darkness, 1 light, and 2 colorless card. It doesn't have quick cast, but it is ancient magic, so I can use it with the counters if I don't have, what is it, the last day of the Powerless Dragonoid being played on me. And it's destroyed literally anything that isn't a magic stone. So I thought that was pretty cool. This one, yeah, it has to be specifically J or Resonators. Okay, so it's essentially, was it Black Moonbeam, but like way shittier. That is an uncommon. And then there is Karmic Retribution in the Will PowerPoint card. Come on, you son of a gun. Okay. We have a Soaked Panda. I'm actually curious to see if Dayman can make his Lightning Phantom. I love the color scheme and the design of this card. I don't know why, but this gives me almost like a mixture of old school Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon vibe more so than the actual usual art style, or the two main art styles of Force of Will. So I like that they're taking their art styles in a different direction. It looks really cool. I haven't actually looked at what it does yet, but again, it's another one of those cards that could have been just as easily made into an evil spirit, but they decided to make, or sorry, a wicked spirit, but they decided to make it into just a regular spirit. Just me babbling. But I wonder if Dayman can put together an even better Panda deck now that there's all these cards being released in this set for them. There is Black Tears, Flame Claw Sabertooth, Deadly Box, Escaped Jeweler, Scarlet's Vision. Ooh, nice! I got the shift Mephistopheles. Very cool. I would have liked that in a full art. It is an SR. And I don't know, I don't like the fact that it's that smooth non-matte on one side for the shift cards, and it's the matte on the other. I would have liked it if they did it almost like this matte for the regular side, and then a more matted side for the other side, kind of almost like a full art texture. I've never been a big fan of that smooth gloss finish to cards. They always wear really hard. So this is the SR for this pack. Then I've got Firika's Expedition and Dark Elf Gravekeeper. No rulers yet, but we're getting there. There's Sea Serpent, Twin Dragon Claw. Oh, I'm seeing an Uber though. Magic Transforming Warrior. Which, speaking of which, I can't wait to have some free time and be back in town from work and all that, so I can meet up with a buddy of mine from a shop who actually, oh, it's Tigris Pearl Shine. Gosh darn it. Come on. Okay, well, I've already spoiled what it is, but a buddy of mine from our locals, so that Dayman and Teacher have really been helping out, and I helped him out a little bit, but I didn't do much, in constructing new decks, and he actually constructed a really, really, really mean Pandora deck, so I'm excited to see what he managed to do with those crazy golems. I've got Small Whale. Here's the one that I saw in pre-release that I thought was just gorgeous. Okay, so the card is called Blazer Thieves Gang underling. And I love the art on it. Like, it looks like some like top-notch DeviantArt account, like original character design thing. It just looks so cool. I love it. I love the new art direction that they're taking with these cards. So there's that card. There's another Spirit of Mount Holy. I think these cards that I'm pulling are really telling me to make a character deck. I got a Tager's Pearlshine, Lord of the Mountain. Super crazy about that, but I like the fact that it's full art. Like, the full art set actually looks pretty kick-ass. I might have to make a... I think I might have to make a panda deck now. I've got like 3 different variants of him, and I still haven't pulled a single Shayla. I really wanted a Shayla. Okay, I've got, as the rare in this pack, I've got Mefina Thundercloud Wizard. Looks super cool, super cute. That one's, wait, oh, putting the SRs in the wrong place. That goes there. This goes there. And then I got Black Fang Tyrannosaurus and Angel of Despair. Ooh, Angel Inverse. That's really cool. Uncommon. Nice. I like the inverse. I like the inverse. The only thing that I think that they did kind of poorly in the facilitation of the release of this format of card is that, unlike when they did it in Innistrad back, I don't know if they did it before Innistrad, but Innistrad is definitely my favorite set in Magic back in the day with the inverse stuff. They had actual, just like throwaway cards in the boosters, kind of like whatever their promotional cards in there were, like their advertisement cards, I mean, for their online Magic stuff, where you could click off a box of all of the inverse cards, and those would be placeholders in your deck so that, you know, you wouldn't have to necessarily play with sleeves. I mean, most people do anyway, but you wouldn't have to. Okay, oh, here we go. Now we're getting into some of the stuff I really like, which is, of course, the Dark Elves. Lily's Protector. And then another interesting thing I just noticed on this card. So its Resonator type is Dark Elf / Ethereal, which is really cool because I don't think I've actually seen that Resonator type up till now. So we've got Lily's Protector. We've got Dark Knight of Conviction. We've got Enormous Effigy. We've got Miscalculation. We've got Escaped Jeweler. We've got Lonely Moon Were-Rabbit. Ooh, we got a full art Lily's Protector. What are the chances of getting them in the same pack? That's pretty cool. We've got Dino Rider. Ooh, there's Raiju, the beast. Thunder-looking Resonator, and he is the uncommon. So what's the rare? Oh, the rare is Dino Rider. My bad. I don't know. It's just the art on the Dragonoid and the dinosaurs just looks so plain that I could easily mistake it for an uncommon or a common card. Like, that doesn't look like the art that belongs on a rare card to me. Anyhow, the last 2 cards on or in that pack were the Ancient Library and, of course, Raiju. So, on to the next pack. Oh, can't believe I got Pearlshine as the ruler. That's so lame. It's so lame. No disrespect to anybody who actually likes Pearlshine. I'm just not a big fan. Okay. So, we have the Enormous Effigy. We have the Lorite's Wind. We have a Lonely Moon Were-Rabbit. We have a Witch's Shadow. We have a Domesticated Dragon. We have a Doll Audience. The full art in this pack is Thunderstorm. Put that right there. The rare is Keze, the Electric Dolphin. Pop that right there. Then we've got Puppet Maker and another Thought Control. I've seen, I think, 3 Thought Controls as the last card of a particular pack so far. So I wonder if I'm getting one of those booster boxes that doesn't have very good distribution or mixed up cards. bat, this pack has Knight of Despair, Flameclaw Saber-Tooth, Flying Dragon of Mount Hole, Apprentice Martial Artist, Lorite's Wind, Revival of the Clan, and then funny enough, the full art of this particular pack, literally right after it, is Revival of the Clan full art. Ooh, and then the rare, or I guess the SR in this, is Rebellious Soul IU. Phenomenal card. Phenomenal. Put that right there. Then I also got Evil Elemental Uprising, which, again, just makes me sad. And a Jewel Step. Boop. Boop. And boop. I have to say that card is probably going to see a lot of use in the later GPs for this year's circuit. And it is a really good card. Like, I mean, it's definitely a card that Dayman was saying he's going to put into his Gill Lapis deck, which I think to this day is still one of his most aggressive and most useful decks. And just as a card, as a good response to potentially seeing any Gill decks at Gill, the Gifted Conjurer specifically, at GPs. So there is Lightning Shield, Panda Performer, Voidosaurus, Gemhammer Panda, or I like to call him the the Brother Panda, Thundercall, Combat Loving Dragonoid. Oh, I got a full art ruler. Oh no, just kidding. Well, that's weird. Oh, I think I got a... Oh no, it is ruler on one side. Oh no, I got one of the dinky rulers. Okay. Well, that's my actual official ruler for the thing. So I guess if I was to trade that in, that would count as a Scheherazade, because that's the ruler side. Though I really like the Scarlet Crimson Beast. Oh, that's a shame. And I've got Treasure Knight Panda. And finally, Lorite's Deflection Magic. Also, we haven't gotten any Ubers of the new rulers either, so there's a potentiality I might see one of those as well. Alright, I've got Soul Connection, another Soak Panda, very cute, very cute. Intervention of Reality, Approaching the Truth, Shifting Minstrel, Scarlet's Vision, Ferocious Attack. Oh, here we go. In my very first Lorite 7 Luminaries Astrologian. Oh, good lord. Oh, Japan. Why do you make such complicated words for names of cards? He is an SR, which goes right on top of IU right there. I got Null Illusion, Cthulhu, tap, draw a card. And Dark Castle, Palace of Despair. When this card inverts, perform -1/-1 counters on each resonator your opponent controls. And the other side is when you do Judgment on your ruler, when this card enters the field, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each resonator you control. Ooh, that's another good rare deck card right there, if I ever did see one. Man, they really like that light darkness pairing for making Rhea work well. Or maybe that's just my personal preference. Okay. Here we have Hollow Flame Shadow, a Katutu. We've got the Puppet's Last Days. We have the Small Whale. We have the Enormous Effigy. Still have not seen an alternate version of that yet. We have the Ferocious Attack. We have the Mad Scarlacidon. Ooh, well, there's a full art of the Stagehand Doll. Oh, is that a vampire? Yeah, that is a vampire. That's the rare for this pack. That is the Blood-Sucking Butler Rhea's Attendant. 3-drop. Tap, put a mystery counter on your J ruler. Remove a mystery counter from your J ruler. Target J resonator gains -2/-2 until the end of turn. It's not bad. It's not bad. Then my boy, Evil Genie. And the final card is Possessed Panda. Wait, yeah, this guy's a rare. He's gonna go right on top of Keys. I hope you guys all got good pulls in your packs. I'm getting some pretty good ones. I'm getting some pretty good ones. I am starting to get the feeling that this probably wasn't the God Pack box, but I did get a second one, so there's still hope. There's still hope. Scheherazad's Marionette. There's Cleaning Doll. Super cute. Spirit of Mount Holy. Pretty sure I've got like 5 of those now. Oh, I think this is my 3rd Soul Returning Altar. Phenomenal. Leaf Reflector, which a lot of people were calling the new you know, the bearded fire dude from Alice Cluster that like everybody just hit with massive burn spells and it reflected to your opponent. That one. There's Domesticated Dragon. Oh, and I just saw this dude, but now we got the full art version of the Blood-Sucking Butler Rhea's Attendant. So that one goes there. Ooh, and then we got a rare. This is Lurker in the Null. Cthulhu Resonator 1-drop. Whenever this card deals damage to a resonator, destroy that resonator. And then Null, which of course is the new ability when you have no cards in hand. Tap 1 dark and 1 of any color. Put this card from your graveyard into your hand. That's not bad. That's not bad. Then there is Ultra Dragon Flame Sphere. And finally, Silent Mermaid. I actually haven't had a chance to look too much into the spoilers or like the full deck release of this particular set. So after I'm done making this video, I mean like not immediately afterwards because obviously I need to go get some sleep and be a functioning human being, but eventually when I've got some time, I'm gonna have to like actually sift through every individual card and start putting together some serious decks with these cards. So in this pack we've got Beery Ball, which is essentially just Spirit Bomb for Shayla. The Lightning Shield. Domesticated Dragon. Combat Loving Dragonoid. Deadly Pox. Knight of Despair. Oh, and the full art for this pack is the Escaped Jeweler. The SR for this one is Ruined Story. Pop that right over there. Boop. And the last 2 cards are Martial Artist's Competitor and the Thunder Wave. Yeah, I'm just... Maybe it's just because they finally released the last of the supposed super really good cards for Shayla, though we technically have one more set after this for the conclusion of this block, which a lot of the times is more of like a segue into the next one, so I'm not sure it'll have too many cards that pertain specifically to this current block rulers. But I'm surprised that at least in the GPs that have happened so far with this newest block, that there haven't been more top-ranking Shayla decks. So I'm hoping that with Teacher working on a deck, and he might actually use that one instead of Rhea, depending on how he feels for the GPs that we might end up going to later this year, or just in general. It'd be sick to see more Shayla's top ranking in GPs around the world. So in this particular set, there is Blackwing Dinosaur, there is Giant Rabbit, another amazing card called Approaching the Truth, and there's poor Gill the Gifted Conjurer going gray at the temples with stress after figuring out some horrible truths. Witch's Shadow, Jewel Aura, Dr. Mermaid. Oh, what a beautiful full art Treachery. J/Resonators, you control gain +2/+0 and precision until the end of turn. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to J Resonators you control by J Resonators your opponent controls until the end of turn for 3. That is not bad. That is not bad for 3. The rare for this pack is Lightning Cave. Put that right there. And then we have Patrolling Guard Doll and Final Words. Either way, I'm hoping that we can kind of put old Lumia in the back mirror in terms of top ranking in every single GP under the sun, and then of course recently that Elf King dude whose name I always mess up because it sounds like Führer, but it's like Fueler or Führer or something. I can never pronounce his name properly. He's been kind of like, I mean, if a deck works and it works really well, that's fine, but it makes the game kind of boring. And I know that I'm talking from more of a casual playstyle rather than a meta, but like, it's just when literally out of the top 8 GPs for the last few GPs, it's always been like 2 or 3 IUs and then like 5 or so of the Elf King and then 1 or 2 Lumias. I just think it gets a little bit tiresome. So I'm hoping now with this new set, things get kind of shaken up a little bit in a good way. There is Leaf Guardsman. I gotta start looking at all the new elemental cards. They look super cool. Mermaid Researcher. Ooh, she's cute. Fictitious Fire. Which actually, the art reminds me a lot of one of my favorite fire chants. The World Flame Summoning. Oh, and there's my boy Lightning Phantom again. Just, oh, look at that art. That is just beautiful. It's not even a full art. And I love the color scheme, the design. So good. Dr. Mermaid. I've seen a lot of Dr. Mermaids. Ooh, Small Falter. I really want to see more of Lily. Or more. I haven't seen any of Lily yet. I've got a full art Amul's Twisted Beast. Unfortunately, the rare for this pack is Bloodsucking Butler, Rhea's Attendant. I got nothing against him, I just probably won't run him in my Rhea build. There is Disaster at Sasaru Palace, and Magic Electric Warrior. But that new 1-drop last day of the Powerless Dragonoid card, as much as I hated for completely screwing me over with my Gill Alhama'At deck, screwing Teacher over with his crazy mystery counter ramping Rhea deck, though he's pretty much promised me that he's already found a way to work around it and completely ramp his tokens back really quick. And I'm not saying I don't believe him, I'm just saying that he's got his work cut out for him. And then to an extent also Dayman's Keurig deck, though that deck has always been a work in progress. That one card does serve to kind of screw over one meta, and that's to get rid of those Typhoon counters or whatever that the Elf King gets on his J Ruler side. Which, I mean, again, I haven't actually gone up against that deck because nobody runs it in the playstyle at our locals, but I've heard that it's pretty annoying when you're trying to take him out or trying to take out some of his dinky elves and they get barrier and all that jive. Alright, this pack has Jewel Aura, Shayla Spirit Bomb, Embrace of Darkness, Mermaid Researcher, Look of Despair, the Hulk Hogan Panda. Ooh, I got my boy. I got my girl. Furicea, Honorable Thief. And I don't know if you guys could... Actually, I can't remember if I even made a video about it, but back when Ancient Knights first came out, and I was looking at the generic ruler, I was saying that she would make a phenomenal resonator if they ever decided to include her in the set later. So I'm glad that the FBI agent that's currently monitoring my phone managed to patch that over to the fine men and women at Force of Will in Japan. Thank you, Frank. You're always a helping hand. So that is a rare. It's weird that her they decided to make a rare, but the female Dragonoid generic ruler, they decided to make a super rare. Then we've got Lurker in the Null, Final Words, and another Evil Elemental Uprising. A weird thing, like, and this was probably just because they made it like one big kind of like canvas picture, like they used to do with the really old sets of Pokemon, where they would like make a really big art piece, and then they would split it up into the art for different cards, and you can kind of see overlaps on different cards. But if you look at this card, you can see that the top edges of the cards there that are outside of the kind of like frame of the card itself have like little cutoffs that make it look like it's an outdoor puppet show or something. But I'm wondering if you take all of the puppet style art cards and you put them together, if they make one big like art show or something. That'd be kind of cool. Oh god, I hate this card so much. Evil Elemental Uprising. It also screws pretty much anybody who works off of Grave Recurrence, aside from Gill the Gifted Conjurer, and anybody who runs a bunch of Remnants, so, you know, I'm not alone in that suffering. Not to sound like too much of an enviro hippie, but if there's anybody out there from Force of Will, or anybody with any pull to Force of Will out there, I'd say like it'd be sick if they could work on making these booster pack covers like biodegradable, because like every time I open one or two boxes, a little chunk of my soul feels like it's breaking off, because I know that this stuff takes like a super long time to break down, and I've literally just got it for like a few seconds, and I open it and then chuck it in the trash. But anyway, this pack has Sea Serpent, Shayla's Adventure, the Flying Dragon of Mount Hole, the Doll Audience, the Laurite's Wind, the Crumbling Majin, ooh, a Wicked Spirit, finally. Then we've got the Flame Claw Sabertooth. I still have to get around to making a Beast deck after I pulled all those full art rhinos in Echoes. No, it wasn't Echoes, in Ancient Knights I think it was. I really wanted to make a Beast deck just because that one gives Beasts swiftness. And then this is Mrs. Hyde, a crazy cross-dressing broad. Dr. Jekyll. Then we've got, oh, I guess that's the rare. Put that right there. Then we've got the Dark Castle, Palace of Despair, and Shayla's Battle. Ooh, I kind of cheated off camera, but there's a really nice full art in this one that I'm excited to show you guys. There is the Fictitious Fire again. Really beautiful art. I actually really like this card. I'm going to have to read it eventually. The White Sacred Beast. Ooh, it's my boy Lightning Phantom again. Then we've got the Inverse Knight of Despair. The Thundercall. Another Flameclaw Sabertooth. And then, of course, you guys saw, it is a Get It full art Mephistopheles. Oh, that is just gorgeous. And actually, when I opened up a box of Echoes a while back, and I ended up giving it to Dayman just because he's got a really good light book deck that he runs, he I actually pulled a full art Mephistopheles from that set as well. Then we've got the rare being Home of the Ultra Dragon. Whenever a resonator with total cost 2 or less enters the field, this card deals 600 damage to it. That's insane. That is insane. That mixed, if you made a... Actually, no, I can put this right into my... I can put this right into my red, green, white Gill the Gifted Conjurer deck, because I can just use... What's his face? Kaguya's Moonbeam Butterfly to search this out and put it onto the field and get rid of all of the pesky 2 and 1 drops that are plaguing my field. Because, I mean, 600 damage is almost perfect to curve for most 2 drops. There's Martial Arts Competitor and Firika's Expedition. My goodness. I think it's just because it's so late and I'm a little parched, but I keep mispronouncing words and stuff. We don't have a whole lot of packs left, so we're almost done. I know this video is getting kind of long, but you know what? I don't like to rush. I like to take my time. I like to have a good time unpacking these booster packs, figuring out what's going on with the new set, talking with you fine dudes and dudettes. This pack starts off with a whopping Twin Dragonclaw. Then that goes into a Ferocious Attack. Man, I've got a lot of care cards. Then I've got Escaped Jeweler, followed up by Imul's Twisted Beast. Oh my goodness, I just realized that that's not just like 1 second it's like, hey, cute bunny, then all of a sudden, Nightmare Fuel. We've got Hollow Flame Shadow, a Katutu. Then, ooh, we have a variant Voidosaurus. You know what? I am going to put that on the rare, because I consider them rares. Then we've got a full art Leaf Guardian. Oh, and here's an SR. We've got an SR Grim Hope from the Future. I've heard that this guy might actually be a decent addition to my white-black Rhea deck. Oh, no, sorry, SR. Sorry, Mephistopheles, you're getting covered up, bud. Then we've got, oh my goodness, another Evil Elemental Uprising. But that aside, I've almost got a full playset of those that I can burn later. You know what, I think those 2 cards together, like if I could super glue them and they could be like an inverse card, that's almost as much as I hated, what was it, Leviathan back in the day. And then the final card is Possessed Panda. Actually, a little while back when Leviathan got banned in every format and it got rotated out, Damon and I were planning on making a funny little video about how the only way that they managed to ban Leviathan and have it completely destroyed was by using all 4 elements. So I was gonna take a rock and tape a Leviathan to it and throw it into the ocean, and then take another Leviathan and just cover it in kerosene and set it on fire, and then take Leviathan and bury it for Earth, and then finally go mountain climbing with Damon and have him filming me just letting go of the Leviathan and letting the gust carry it away. But sadly, you know what? Like I'm not a big fan of destroying cards. I really did hate Leviathan, but I don't know. Maybe one day it'll have a little bit of value again. Who knows? As a collector item when this card game's been around for 20 years. Then we have Mermaid Researcher as the opener for this pack. Panda Performer. The Kurosaurus. My boy Lightning Phantom. The Relief Aid. Ooh, Dark Knight of Conviction. The full art is Relief Aid. Then we've got a inverse Burgeoning Despair, which is the rare. Then we've got Black Star Blazer Thieves Gang Leader. I don't know why, but this Black Star Blazer Thieves Gang Leader looks like, to me, he reminds me of like the Resonator equivalent of our buddy Mecharaptor. I don't know why. And like, it's funny because his like first deck that he made when he first started playing this game was actually a Tigris Pearl Shine. So this Black Star Blazer is gonna be Mecharaptor from that one. So Burgeoning Despair is there. And the final card was the Dark Elf Gravekeeper. I think we got less than 10 packs to go. I actually can't remember if this set ended up having 2 rulers per each, because I know that the promo ruler reprints of the old non-variant versions of the rulers have they're supposed to be the promo cards in the boxes, so they're not considered the actual ruler. We've got small what? How do you even pronounce that? Flatterer? Small Flatterer. The Miscalculation. Followed up by Shayla's Spirit Bomb. Shayla's Adventure. Mermaid Researcher. Magic, a Transforming Warrior. Oh, that is a beautiful full art. The Lightning Phantom full art. Oh, if I don't use that in a deck, I'm definitely using that as a bookmark. That is just gorgeous. The SR for this one is the Null Darkness. Destroy target Resonator. Destroy up to 1 target J ruler. Very cool, very cool. Oh wait, no, that's an SR. We'll put that over here. The uncommon is Dragon Aura. And then the final card is Lightning Dragon. All right, we've got the Hulk Hogan Panda, the Soaked Panda, the Flying Dragon of Mount Hole. So far, I've only gotten 1 of the Shooting Stars. That's crazy. There's Black Tears, White Sacred Beast, Deadly Pox. Oh, a full art lurker, the lurker in the null. That is beautiful. Oh, let's see if I can catch the light on that. Oh, that is just gorgeous. And it's only a rare though. That's weird. Then the rare for the pack non-full art is Piggy Hole's Great Hero Pig. Then we've got a Null Illusion and an Unanswered Mermaid Prayers. And then this is the until end of turn your opponent's weather is clear and cannot change. So I guess I haven't looked into it, but I guess they've made cards that kind of screw over every single one of the rulers. I guess going with kind of like the story of this particular set being that Scheherazade just kind of comes in and wrecks everybody's day. Okay, oh, a little jiggle, a little jaggle. Let's see if we can keep this video under an hour long, though I'm pretty sure I'm getting close already. We've got the Mad Scarlacidon. Let that focus in there. We've got the Flying Dragon of Mount Hole. Every time I see this Flying Dragon, I think it's a shooting star, and then I get super excited, and then I realize it's not. We've got the Sea Serpent, which apparently is a dinosaur. The White Sacred Beast, which I have seen a ridiculous amount of. We've got the Small Whale. Super cute. Super cute. We have the Lonely Moonware Rabbit and a phenomenal full art. The Final Words. Look how gorgeous that is. I think one of the greatest decisions they made for all of the shortcomings of this particular block so far with their gimmicks. The best thing they've done so far was the idea of doing every single variant in a full art. Such a good idea. And I don't know why. It might be just my predisposition for really liking Rhea and her cards, but I find that some of the most beautiful full arts have always been themed for Rhea. Then we've got Magic Stone of Despair, and that is the rare for the pack. Let me pop that over here. Then we've got another Null Illusion and a Treachery. Not a bad pack. Not a bad pack at all. Oh, we're getting close. Haven't seen a single Lily. I'm kind of a little sad about that. But speaking of Lily, here's Lily's Protector, the Apprentice Martial Artist, the Miscalculation, Cleaning Doll, Shayla Spirit Bomb, Giant Rabbit, a full art Mad, I don't even want to pronounce that stupid name anymore. Ooh, I got a non-full art Firica Honorable Thief. Put that in the rares. Then we've got Lightning Dragon and Shayla's Battle. So what do you guys think about that new IU card that comes in as a copy of any resonator or any J resonator? Like, how nuts is that? Okie dokes. Did some more cheating. Nothing ruler-esque about this particular pack, but let's move right on ahead. We've got the Combat Loving Dragonoid. We've got Intervention of Reality. We have the Sea Serpent. Ooh, another Refuse Collector. That's another one I can put aside for nowhere. We've got Selection. I wonder if somebody's made like a breakfast deck just full of like chickens and like pigs and stuff like that. That'd be funny. Then we've got the Stagehand Doll. We've got the Gem Hammer Time Panda. Oh, and I've got a non-full art version of the Pele Ale, the Flaming Fist. Put that in the SRs because she is an SR. Oh, another Ancient Library. Awesome. And then the Treasure Knight Panda. I wasn't super crazy about that pack. How many we got left here? We got 4 more to go. 4 more to go, ladies and gents. Bear with me. These are the packs of destiny. These ones are full of love. Okay. First card is the Lightning Shield, followed up by Aimlu's Twisted Beast, then the Voidosaurus. Oh, another Soul Returning Altar. Throw that aside. Thundercall. Another selection. Oh, it's a full art Magic Stone of Despair. Oh, that's so beautiful. You guys see that? Oh, that's so cool. Put that right in the rares. The Gem Mallet Panda. The Ultra Dragon Flame Sphere. And the Disaster at Sasaru Palace. Destroy target light resonator, your opponent banishes a gem. Yeah, but see, this one's not that bad because it's a 3-drop. It's not a 1-drop like the other ones, the ones that screw over all of the counters, the grave, and the weather for mermaids. So, I mean, aside from, I don't know, do gems count as counters? Do they count as counters? Can you count the counting? Can you counter the counting of counting counters? No, you can't. Ooh, that's cool. Soul Concentration. I haven't seen too many of these ones. I've been finding that there's like commons and uncommons that I almost won't see at all. Like, for instance, a card that I had to ask Dayman to grab, and I think it was just an uncommon, but I didn't see a single one in my 2 boxes of Advent of the Demon King, and I think he got a full playset and a couple, so he put those aside for me. Anyway, so we've got Soul Concentration. We've got Lowright's Wind, Intervention of Reality, Witch's Shadow, Shifting Minstrel, Doll Audience, a beautiful full art Dark Knight of Conviction. And it's actually kind of cool because when they do the the full arts, you can actually kind of see the other side, the side that I really don't like in the gloss, actually becomes like a thicker matte. So I think this is the way that all of the Universe cards should be. This side should be the regular equivalent matte, and the other side should be the full art matte. The rare for this is Mefina Thundercloud Wizard. Pop that right there. Then we've got a Piggy's Child and a Black Fang Dinosaur. All right, last 2 packs. Here we go. Okay, we start things off with, oh, what the heck? Oh no, party foul. I opened this bad. Do you guys see that? Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't like damaging cards. There's a Scarlet's Vision. There's Relief Aid. Secluded Village Elf. Twin Dragonclaw. Magic Transforming Warrior. Oh, another Blazers Thief Gang Underling. Nice. Spirit of Mount Holy. The rare is Lightning Cave. Boop. Then Dino Calling Demon, and finally Silent Mermaid. Okay, here we go. Last pack. Last pack. Okay, so judging by the fact that this one also doesn't have a ruler, I guess the way that they did it was one of the new rulers or one possible Uber or something, and then an Uber of the last one. I thought that it was an Uber as the promotion and then 2 of the new rulers, but I guess that's not the case. I guess they did keep with 1 ruler per box. We've got the Hollow Flame Shadow, the Flame Claw Sabertooth, the Small Whale, Apprentice Martial Artist, Ferocious Attack, Revival of the Clan, a Full Art Dino Calling Demon, ooh, another one of the Lurker in the Null, a Raiju, and as fate would have it, some sort of sick twisted bastard at the Forcible Packaging plant decided to have the very last pack that I pick up be the last days of the Powerless Dragonoid. Okay, guys, let's take a look at what we got here in terms of kind of like the best and the worst. So, in terms of rulers, unfortunately, I got ruler side, so if I decide to send this in, I got the ruler I didn't want. I got the Speaker, the Eternal Knight, and I would have much rather preferred that if the ruler side was the Scarlet the Crimson Beast, because then I would have been able to trade it in for that, but unfortunately if I sent this in, I would get Scheherazade, which, I mean, is not a bad card, I just don't prefer her playstyle. And, of course, the Uber reprinted card that I got was Tigris Pearlshine. Well, that's all I'm going to say about that. In terms of rares, I got a decent amount of good rares, but I'm not happy at the fact that I didn't see a single Lily, just because I like the fact that she's a really good Dark Elf, and on top of that, in terms of canon, like the story for this particular set, she's apparently one of Freyla's daughters, and I mean, I'm not trying to play the shipping game too hard here, but I like to think that her and Gill might have had something going on. So, yeah, we got a decent amount of rares. Strangely enough, most of the rares that I got, oh, what a beautiful stone. Most of the rares that I got were actually really good for, oh, it's a flip stone. I didn't even see that. That's cool. The Magic Stone of Despair turns into Magic Stone of Hope. That's cute. Most of the, oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Most of the cards that I got were actually really good with Shayla, strangely enough. But I did get a lot of really good Rhea cards too, so I'm going to have to update my Rhea deck. And then maybe have to work in something around getting rid of that that pesky 1-drop. Maybe splashing in some green and putting in Curse of the QB. And then for the SRs, we got a little bit of organization here. 2 of the Pele Ele, the Flaming Fist. 1 full art, 1 not. The Null Darkness, super good, super coveted card. We've got Grim Hope from the Future. 2 Mephistopheles, 1 Ruined Story. 1 of the Lorite 7 Lumerians. Astrologian, which I really would have liked to see more of because he's phenomenal in Gill. Rebellious Soul Ayu, super OP. Giga Thunderfish, super overpowered Ultra Dragon Shooting Star, and a Sword of Fate, which I will read up on later. Alright guys, this was Masterfeja with the deck unboxing, or deck, I said it again, damn it! The booster box unboxing, the first of 2 for the Time Spinning Witch. I will post this as soon as I can, and then I will record the second one. And maybe I'll wait on opening the second one. I'll open it with the rest of the guys, and they can have their kind of like 2 cents about the cards that they like. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed. Leave comments on some of the cards that you think are really good in the set, and some cards that you think are a little OP or unbalanced, and cards that you think will be seeing a lot of play in these upcoming GPs. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Be good to one another.